Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today we're going to be starting a new video, something I don't know if I've done before or if I've done it in a weekly vlog, but I'm actually going to do this spanning the rest of September. It is currently the 10th of September, and although I do appear to have come out of my slump somewhat as far as audio reading is concerned, I am struggling with physically reading and my Kindle as well. And it's really slowing me down, and actually I am now incredibly behind on a lot of my arcs because I have quite a few that have come out and I am now incredibly behind on them. And I'm feeling really bad about it. And what it's going to do is actually back me up with a lot of the arcs that are coming out the rest of September, October, and then November. I don't have any arcs for December yet. I'm doing my absolute best not to apply for any more arcs. I don't think I've applied for anything in the last couple of weeks because I hit that slump at the end of July, and then at the beginning of August I had a whole bunch of new arcs coming and I was like, oh shit, and I panicked. And I'm very aware that I do have one more coming in. I don't know if it's at the end of this month or beginning of next month, but I'm very aware that I have another one coming in for an indie author, Brooke Montgomery, an author that I've been working with for a while now. So I'm trying to get back into my physical reading, and it is working somewhat. I wanted to film this once I knew that it was, once I knew that I was getting back into it. And for the last couple of nights, I've read between like 30 and 50 odd pages of a current arc. So I thought that it would be fun to maybe do like an arc reading vlog for the rest of September. This will go up early October, and it's me just trying to get on top of my arcs somewhat. I'm not got a specific, like, I have a specific TBR, it's the arcs that I have, but I'm not being like, okay, forcing myself to go back and read all of the arcs that are currently out now. I'm just trying to get through some of the arcs that are coming up or have come out. So I have made a couple of graphics. These are arcs that have, let me just scooch back so you can see them properly. These are arcs that have already come out or are releasing in October. So Game On by Kai Stevens, Untamed Heart by Gemma Moore, Forget Me Not by Stacey Willingham, Sweets and Sycamores by Ariane Nix, To Touch a Silent Fury by R.A. Sandpiper, Mourner for Hire literally came out yesterday by Caitlin Moss, and then Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre by Philip Fracassi actually comes out on the 30th of September. So I do have a little bit of time left on that one, but I thought I would put it on here because it is a September release. And then my second graphic, let me leave this one up, my second graphic is 9 books that are coming out in October and November that I have some time on, but I do want to get to urgently. So these are the rest of the arcs that I have, plus a Brooke Montgomery arc. I can't remember when that's coming out. So I do have Love at First Fright by Nadia El Fassi. So fucking excited about this book, and I would have got to it already if my slump hadn't hit. Willing Prey by Ali Oleander, which I do own physically now as well. Evermore have sent me a physical copy as well. 8114 by Josh Hull, a horror. The Menu of Happiness by Hasashi Kashiwai. Yeah, by Hasashi Kashiwai. This is the third in the series. Very excited for that one. Thirsty by Lucy Lehane, I think is how you pronounce her name. Undead and Unwed, which I'm so excited about, by Sam Toshida. Hazelthorn by C.G. Drews, also very excited for that one. Free in the Wild by Paisley Hope, I also have a physical copy of this one. And Silver and Smoke by Helen Scheurer, which is the third and final book in the Ashes of Thesma series. So I do have a lot of options. I have a lot to get to. And I am starting off with Sweets and Sycamores by Ariane Nix. This came out on the 5th of September. I'll scooch back now. This came out on the 5th of September, so I have 5 days ago the release date was, and I'm actually on Ariane Nix's street team. Now, she's been absolutely amazing with me. I have explained to her that I have been in a horrendous reading slump, and I've just not been physically reading at all, but I am trying to get back into it, and she's like, do not rush. Like, take your time. Work at your own pace. So she's been amazing about it, but what I have actually done, because it helps the author out to do this, rather than continue on reading my arc, I've actually downloaded the Kindle Unlimited edition on my Kindle, and I'm now reading from that so that she gets paid. So I have been reading this one, and last night I managed like 30 odd pages. The night before I managed like 52. So this is what I mean. I wanted to make sure that I was getting back into physically reading before I started this vlog, and I'm now up to chapter 13 in this one. I'm 115 pages in. Now, before I started the pages that I managed last night and the night before, I was about 20 odd pages in. 24 pages in, but I set a bookmark every day, so I know how much I've read for the day. But it had taken me about 5 days of reading to get to those 24 pages. That's how much I've been struggling with my slump. So I am currently a third of the way through, and this one is following Ali Wells, who is a witch. She's not long since come into her magic at like 28 years old, and which is quite an old age to be coming into your magic. She is very delayed indeed, and she has no control of it. She's an elemental witch. She's got fire magic. She's no control of it. And the Coven's actually kind of kicked her out and said, listen, we can't trust you to be around. You're going to set fire to the Coven. You need to move away somewhere, go and find something else to do, and try and learn your magic, try and learn to control it. Will allow you to come back in. So she leaves, and she ends up, while she's like 12 hours into her day trying to find somewhere to go, she ends up coming across this guy who's driving past her called Brandon, and she ends up he questions her on a couple of things. He's like, do you want to lift somewhere? And she's like, sure. She's nowhere to go, and he's like, well, where are you aiming for? Because I am going to Sycamore Falls. And she's like, I have nowhere to go. I need a job. I need somewhere to stay, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, I can help you out with this. So they get to Sycamore Falls, and they knock on Dom's bakery, and Dominic ends up waking up. It's the middle of the night. Dominic ends up waking up. He's absolutely fuming with Brandon, who's his best friend. And he's like, okay, this is Ali. She knows bakery and she can help you out. You've been asking for help. There's a help wanted sign in the window. You've been asking for help. There's a place for her to stay. You're welcome. And leaves. Just leaves Ali on Dom's doorstep. Dom is livid. So Ali ends up staying at his, and in the morning it's very clear that she lied about how much she knows about bakery. She knows absolutely nothing. And then very quickly I've gotten to a point where she's ended up having to open up with Dom about her magic, about the reason why she's in town and how long she's planning on being in town for, which is literally a couple of months, until Hallows Eve, when she has to go back to the Coven, and they're going to do a bit of a test on her, I think, or something, with her magic to check whether or not she's got any control over it. And then she can stay. So this is the position where I'm at. She's now working in Dom's Sweets, which is a bakery, very cozy. Sycamore Falls is very cozy indeed. She's met Mia, who is Dom's sister, really sweet, also a witch. Dom has grown up in Sycamore Falls, but his job has taken him away for other things. But there's a reason why he's back in town, but he doesn't want to leave again. So I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but I'm wondering if Ali's magic is going to have something to do with this, which I think is going to be really interesting. And so far, I'm already getting the vibes with Ali and Dom, and I'm really enjoying it. So having a good time with this one so far, and it's just giving me all of the cozy autumnal vibes, and I'm having a very good time with it so far. So I am starting off with this one. I don't know where I'm going to go next. I could go back to something that has already released. I could try and pick up something that's coming up, like the Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre, try and get on top of some of the releases that are coming up, and then eventually go back. I'm not sure. Some of the books now do have audiobooks. So Game On, Untamed Heart, Forget Me Not have audiobooks. So I could audio some of those as well while physically reading some others. So that's also a possibility that I could do to get through a couple at the same time. But these books will be in the background of other vlogs I'm already filming. So I will be reading multiple books at the same time. And it helps because I don't physically read a lot out, like in my other videos. The only reason I would physically read a book is because it doesn't have an audiobook. So, which is the case with this one. It is also the case with To Touch a Silent Fury by R.A. Sandpiper. I do want to get back to that one, but it's like 500 pages and I'm feeling intimidated by it. So that one could be one that I end up lingering a little bit on, and I am sad about it, to be fair. Again, I will download the Kindle Limited version of that one so that R.A. Sandpiper gets paid while I'm reading it. Mourner for Hire doesn't have an audiobook either, but that one isn't too long, which is good. And then, you know, I'm just so excited about the books coming out in October. Love at First Fright, I'm very excited for. Willing Prey. 8114 I've had for so fucking long, and I should have gotten to by now, and I just haven't. Undead and Unwed, so excited about that book. So, you know, there's a lot that I do want to get to that I'm very excited for, and I thought it might be fun to do a vlog dedicated to the arcs that I have fallen behind behind on and the arcs that I have coming up. And then whatever I'm not aiming to get to all of these, obviously, in September, but just as much as I possibly can. And then I may do another one of these in October, because Free in the Wild and Silver and Smoke come out in November. They are the last 2 arcs I have for the year. So I will probably try and wrap these arcs up in October and try and get to everything by the end of October. That would be fantastic. Albeit with the Ashes of Thesma series, what I've actually been doing is the day of release, I've just been listening to the audiobook and doing it that way around. So that could be a thing that I end up doing as well. There are a couple on here that I haven't added on here because I have intentions of reading them in different vlogs. So Silvercloak by L.K. Stephen is another one that I had an arc for, but I'm planning on reading that in a different vlog. And also Alchemy in a Cup of Tea, which is the final book from Rebecca Thorne in the Tomes and Tea series. I'm planning on reading that during Final Book Support Group. So you will have already seen that one in a vlog. I don't know if you'll have already seen Silvercloak in a vlog. I'm not sure. But that's everything that's going on. And I'm currently reading Sweets and Sycamores and having a very good time. So let's get on with this vlog, shall we? That introduction has been so long. My apologies. But I just wanted to explain fully exactly what it is that I'm doing and giving you a rundown of everything that I'm behind on and also everything that is coming up very soon. And I'm excited for, and hopefully this will be a fun vlog, and hopefully my next clips of me going through what I'm reading and stuff will be a lot shorter. We'll see. Okay, hello. It is Monday the 15th. It's currently Final Book Support Group Day 1. And I'm here to give you an update because I did finish an arc last night, which is so very exciting. I did finish, was it last night or the day before? Yesterday it was. I did finish Sweets and Sycamores by Ariane Nix, and I gave this one 4 stars. This was so cute and I had a very good time with it. Actually, no, I gave it 4.5 stars. I had a very good time with it. I loved the found family aspect of this. I loved our main characters, Ali and Dom, and I just thought they were fantastic. And the yearning in this book was insane. It was closed door romance, which honestly just kind of added to the vibe of the yearning and the attraction between Ali and Dom. It just really added to it, actually. It had me desperately wanting more, but giving everything that I needed. So I just really enjoyed it. I really, really hope that Ariane Nix actually goes back to this series and this town, to Sycamore Falls, and gives us a story with Mia and Brandon, because I feel like we've got a lot left unsaid between them two, and we could do with some more information on that. So I've got my fingers crossed that this is going to become a series and Mia and Brandon are going to be the next in the series. I really hope so. But I just loved everything about it. The found family aspect, the way that these two communicated with each other. You know, I really enjoyed as well that we did get chapters from Dom. I really liked that. I do think that sometimes I can struggle with romances that are just from one POV. If it's a really long romance, I definitely struggle if it's from one POV, but the added chapters from Dom were perfect, and I just really enjoyed this. I thought it was fantastic. And Echo, the purple baby dragon, adorable. Absolutely loved it. The vibes are perfect for this time of year as well, so I would highly recommend picking this one up. It is on Kindle Unlimited, so go get your hands on this one if you're looking for a witchy, cozy, autumnal, cozy fantasy with a sprinkle of romance. It is closed door romance, so if you're looking for a spicy book, this one might not be for you, but the yearning is absolutely incredible. I was giggling, I was kicking my feet, it had me squealing. But if you want a closed door romance, or you're not bothered whether it's open or closed, this one. Perfect. So good. So I have now moved on to a couple of other things. Actually, I thought I'd already come to give you an update on this one, but I haven't. So this is They Own the Night by Amy McCaw. This isn't actually an arc. This is a finished copy. So what happened was it was supposed to be released on the 11th of September. The date was pushed back for whatever reason to the 25th of September. However, on the 11th of September, my pre-order came in from Waterstones. So I've decided that I want to try and read this before its official release date everywhere else on the 25th of September. So it's not an arc. It's not necessarily an early release or an early copy, but it kind of is. So I'm just going to put it in this vlog. I feel like it makes sense here. It doesn't make sense for Final Book Support Group, which is the other vlog I'm filming right now. So I'm just going to put it in this vlog, and I hope that's okay. This one is a vampire book. If you don't know who Amy McCourt is, she's the author of Mina and the Undead series, which I absolutely loved. I finished last year. And this one is following Mia and Johnny, who are siblings. They know all about serial killers. Their dad is one after all. Studying in a small university town near Edinburgh, Mia copes with their troubling family history by writing horror and starting a true crime pirate radio station with her brother, while her brother Johnny keeps her out of trouble. But when journalist wannabe Johnny accepts an offer he cannot refuse, the chance to interview the reclusive mega rock star and lead singer of Vlad the Vamps, Mia finds herself stuck on campus when 2 male students are found dead. As Johnny grapples with the enigmatic Vlad, falling for him against his better judgment, something about the star's nocturnal habits don't quite add up. Meanwhile, Mia's investigation takes her to the most unexpected places, including her dad's prison. A deliciously spooky 80s Dracula retelling for fans of Rosie Talbot and Holly Jackson. I am currently on page 78 of this and I'm really enjoying it. We're alternating chapters between Mia and Johnny. So Johnny is now at the island where Vlad lives, and Mia is still in Edinburgh, and the 2 deaths have happened. She's investigating them, but we are dipping in and out of her being in the police station, having a conversation with the detective about all the information that she's gathered on these deaths, because she's looking pretty suspicious right now. And then in the past, like a couple of weeks ago, when these deaths had happened. So it's really interesting so far, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a very good time with it. We do have like the mixed media element in here a little bit, so we're getting like little notes, and then we do have like where the text changes kind of a little bit in here, where it's like maybe the radio station or whatever. We've also got some like therapy appointment stuff going on here with between Mia and her therapist, and it's really good. I'm having a good time so far. So I thought that I would start this one, and then the other one that I have started, I'm going to have to be quick with this, I've only got 2 minutes left, is Mourner for Hire by Caitlin Moss. This came out on the 9th of September, so I am trying to get through this one quickly if I can. A romantic comedy about death, forgotten past and unfinished business. Varda Daltrey is a professional mourner. For a fee, she'll cry at your funeral, whisper invented memories and spin tales of heartbreak. It's a job that keeps her moving and keeps her past buried. But when a wrong turn leads her to a roadside bar on a mojito-soaked night with the bartender Dominic Dunn, something shifts. Then she vanishes like she always does. Nearly a year later, Varda shows up at a funeral and realises the deceased is Dominic's mother. Now he's grieving, furious and stunned to learn Varda's been left a generous piece of his mother's estate. He knows what she does for a living. He thinks it's all a con. Varda wants to slip away quietly again, but the late Annabelle Dunn has other plans, haunting Varda until she completes a list of posthumous demands, starting with renovating her crumbling seaside cottage. Drawn back to the coastal town of Shellport, Varda and Dominic are forced to confront truth about their past, about each other, and about the ghost of a woman who isn't done pulling strings. I really enjoy this one so far. I am 70 odd pages in, about 76 pages in. I flew through that yesterday. I'm really flying through this book. I'm really enjoying the vibes between Varda and Dominic. Again, I know I'm reading 2 books back to back with characters named Dominic, which is really weird because, fun fact, my parents were going to call me Dominic if I was a boy. They didn't find out what I was, so I was going to be Dominic if I was a boy. How bizarre. Anyway, not the point. Really enjoying this. We're getting POVs from both of them, mostly from Varda, but we're also getting Dominic mixed in as well, which I'm really enjoying. Love when that happens. These two have a connection very, very quickly, Varda and Dom, and then Varda goes to town to meet up with Annabelle, Dom's mum, and come up with this agreement. And the things that she wants Varda to do once she's passed, very bizarre, like doing up the cottage and stuff, very bizarre, but alas, she goes with it because the money that she's going to pay her is insane. So I'm just kind of really enjoying this. We just had the funeral, Annabelle's funeral, and Dom is fucking livid to see Varda's there. He already knew she was going to be there because she's in the will, but he didn't think she would show up, but she did. But she didn't know that it was Dom's mother. I'm going to have to go. I will come back. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, so I've forgotten what I was saying. I was talking about Mourner for Hire. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. Enjoying the fact that we are getting the dual POV with the Chapters, it is very fast paced. I will say Varda's chapters are a lot longer than Dom's. One of them was actually really, really long, and I wondered whether it was ever going to end up and just be the rest of the book. But I'm really enjoying it so far. Oh, that's what I was saying. We've just had the funeral, and Dominic absolutely lost his shit when he saw Varda at the funeral. He knew that she was potentially going to be there because he's obviously been at the will reading, and she was in the will, and he was livid about that to start off with, and then he was livid that she actually had the cheek to turn up. But what he forgot to understand was that when they met, he gave her his nickname, which is Dunner. Now, she never put two and two together. When she met Annabelle Dunn, she never put two and two together that Dunner could be her son, Dominic. She didn't put that together because she didn't know his first name, Dominic. So he's now having to come to the realization that he's kind of done this to himself, but he's still fucking furious about it. So anyway, Annabelle, outstanding character. I absolutely fucking love her, and I think she's fantastic. I loved her while she was alive. We only got a quick glimpse of her while Vader went to go and see her. But Vader, I don't know how you pronounce the name. Vader? I'm going to say Vader instead of Vader. Reminds me of Darth Vader. And I don't know if I like that. I'm going to say Vader. So yeah, I loved Annabelle when we got to see her, when Varda went to visit her and have like this conversation with her about what she wanted her to do. And now she is haunting Varda. Varda's like made the decision at the funeral, like, that is it, I quit. I can't do this. I don't get involved with people's funerals and stuff and wills that in fact, when I know the people, I will just take a loss on the money that I would have earned for this. So she leaves, but before she's able to leave the graveyard, Annabelle turns up, and she's being haunted now by Dominic's mother. And it's so funny because Annabelle is so quirky, and I just love her as a character. She's fantastic. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. I think she's going to be such a meddling character, and I really think that she's going to try and get these two together, and I think it's going to be so funny and also so interesting. So I'm really looking forward to it. I do kind of like the aspects of the fact that she's going to the summer cottage as well, and she's going to do it up. Her previous job before she started being a mourner for hire was that she used to renovate places. So, but more people wanted actual renovations rather than trying to restore places, and she actually Varda preferred to restore places than renovate them. So she stopped doing that, and it wasn't paying as well either. So she decided to be a mourner for hire, and now she's in a situation where Annabelle is getting her to also renovate. So I think it's going to be fun, and I'm so excited. I've already chuckled several times. I think it's really funny. I just love Dominic and Varda as characters. I love Annabelle as a character. I'm so glad that we get to see more of her throughout this. I'm going to be so interested to know whether or not Dominic's going to be able to see his mum, or whether only Varda's going to be able to see his mum, because I think that would be really funny. So yeah, I'm having a good time with this so far, and I'm hoping that maybe I can try and plow through this in just a couple of days. But I've also got Final Book Support Group going on in the background, and I am also trying to read this, and I need to not forget about this. So I need to try and balance my reading somehow. This is why I don't read two physical books at the same time, but I do want to prioritize my arcs as well. So we'll see. Maybe this will take me the whole of this vlog to get through, which is absolutely fine. I don't really want to take that long over it, but it's absolutely fine. This, however, I'm hoping will take me a couple of minutes, and then I can move on to, not a couple of minutes, that would be fantastic, a couple of days. And then I can move on to something else. I think I'm going to try and keep going forward with my arcs, so trying to keep up with the arcs that are coming up soon. So I do have one, I think my next one, let me get my phone, because I've definitely had something else come in as well in the last couple of days, and I should probably tell you about that. So I think my next arc might be released on the 30th of September, but I could be entirely wrong about that. Where are we? Mourner for Hire, which came out on the 9th. Yeah, and then They Own the Night on the 25th. So the next one is The Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre by Philip Fracassi, which comes out on the 30th of September. And then I did obviously get What Stalks. Did I tell you about this? I got What Stalks the Deep by T. Kingfisher through the post, which comes out on the 30th of September as well. So I would like to try and get to that maybe. What was the new one that came in? Have I not added it? Oh, I just recently had a new arc come in as well. I should probably tell you about that, seeing as this is an arc vlog, and we can check when that comes out, because I don't know when I applied for this arc, but it came in the other day and I was like, for fuck's sake, this is not the point of this video. Spellfire by Agatha Willow. I'll show a picture of it on screen. The cover's beautiful, which is probably why I ended up applying for it. Okay, I think that's a mid-October one. That's great. So 23rd of October that comes out. I don't know why I haven't added it, but I need to, clearly. Unless I have added it and I just missed it because it was October instead. No, I haven't. I need to add that, clearly. So, yeah, the Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre, What Stalks the Deep. And then I would really like to get to Love at First Fright as well, if at all possible, which comes out the 2nd of October. Maybe Will in Prey as well, which is the 7th of October. So the earlier October ones. And then I can start my other October arcs maybe in October. I do have 8114 I would like to get to as well, which is a short one, 218 pages. And then the Menu of Happiness is 240. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be able to manage. But once I've finished this, I will start another. I could start an audio one so that I can concentrate on this for physical, like go back to something and start an audio. But I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I will let you know. I'll keep you posted. And let you know what the plan is, but we'll see. So yeah, at the moment I'm reading They Own the Night and Mourner for Hire, and I'm enjoying both, loving Mourner for Hire. It's going very well. So I'm going to go because I need to get on with Final Book Support Group, and I'll check in with you later. Hello, it's been a few days since I last spoke to you, and I have finished a book and started another, and made no more progress in another book. So yay for that. So I have in fact finished Mourner for Hire by Caitlin Moss, and I bloody love this. This was so good. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. It was so much fun, but also incredibly like deep as well and meaningful, and it really hit home about like grief and loss and, you know, appreciating every single day that life gives you and how quickly it can all be taken away and stuff. And it was just such a beautiful story. I really loved Vada as a character. I thought she was fantastic, and I loved Dominic as well. And even though I do think the back and forth between them went on a little bit too long, it was also very self-aware in the fact that Dominic was like, this has gone on way too long now, I'm just being pathetic, I'm being childish, it's really, really stupid, and I really need to let it go. So I wasn't too mad about that situation, but it did go on a little bit too long. I loved Annabelle and her meddling, because it wasn't just meddling in Dominic's life to try and find him a partner, but it was meddling in Vada's life as well to try and help her get back some of the memories that she lost as a child. It's just such an interesting concept, and I can't tell you the full reason why because it would spoil everything. I've just gone through the full reason why and then suddenly realised that it's all spoilers because I didn't know any of that going in. It's a very interesting concept, and I would definitely recommend this one to you. It's so much fun, but at the same time very heartwarming, heartbreaking. I was sobbing at the end of this book. Like it just brought so many emotions out in me, and I was kicking my feet, squealing at the romance, you know, the yearning between the two of them. It was just so good, and I really, really enjoyed it. I did give it 4.5 stars. As I say, the whole hatred between Dominic and Vada went on just a little bit too long, and it pissed me off how much he was trying to get the town involved with this hatred, trying to run Vada out of town. But I just loved it. It was such a good book, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend that one. I think we're 2 for 2 here with the arcs. I was kind of hoping I might be a little bit more further on, but maybe we can nail it with at least 2 more before the end of the month. It's currently the 23rd of September. I would love to get like another 3 done, but I just don't think it's going to be physically possible with other books that I need to read outside of this vlog. So the book that I have then moved on to next is Love at First Fright by Nadia El-Fassi, who is the author of Best Hex Ever. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the synopsis up so I can tell you what it's about. She's the author of Best Hex Ever, which I got an arc of last year and absolutely loved. I'm up to chapter 3 in this, just 9%. I've not gotten too far at all. The chapters are quite long in this one, and have so far only managed a chapter a night because I've been knackered when I've gotten to bed. So I'm about to go downstairs, do a little bit of reading in one book, and then try and do like an hour in that book and get a little bit further. But this says, in this cozy and spicy paranormal romance, a successful horror author whose novel is being adapted into a movie clashes with the actor cast as a male lead, all in a spooky mansion filled with ghosts, from the author of Best Text Ever. So we're following Rosemary, who is Dana's best friend from the first book, one of two best friends from the first book. So following Rosemary, a successful horror author with a secret, she can see ghosts. So when the set of her hit novel's film adaptation turns out to be a haunted countryside manor, she's unfazed. What she's less prepared for is the maddeningly handsome, completely miscast actor playing her lead man. Ellis is a Hollywood heartthrob tired of his action hero persona. Instead, he dreams of being a serious actor and having free time to spend gardening with his dog. Landing the lead in a historical horror movie is his chance to start fresh until he discovers the author tried to have him replaced. But as filming progresses and the manor's ghosts make their presence known, the chemistry between Rosemary and Ellis becomes undeniable. With secrets being spilled, sparks flying, and spirits stirring up trouble, can they face their demons and write themselves a happily ever after before it's a wrap? So we've met Rosemary in chapter 1 and Ellis in chapter 2. We do get dual POV in this book, which I'm enjoying so far. And Rosemary has made it pretty clear that she does not want Ellis to be her lead MMC. So she doesn't deny that he isn't hot, because he is hot, but she just doesn't think he's fit for the role. Clearly he's been typecast and she is doing the exact same thing. Then we've met Ellis and he's fuming about this situation. He's like, Rosemary's got nothing to do with this movie other than the fact that she wrote the book. It's now been adapted, like it's got fuck all to do with her and she should not be sticking her beak in where it's not wanted. I'm going to do amazing with this situation. So that's where we're at so far. I don't think we've gotten to the manor yet. No, we haven't gotten to the manor yet. We've just been introduced to the two characters in the first two chapters. We did also get like a phone call between Rosemary and Dana and their other friend, whose name I can't remember. I don't know if we'll get a book from her because I'm sure she's already in a relationship, but it was nice to see Dana again. I love that. And Scott as well, because he was in the background of the phone call just for a second. It was FaceTime, but just for a second Scott's face popped in and it was, I know I can't see it, but it was nice to kind of have that. It felt like comfort, you know? So yeah, so far enjoying it. It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, this book. I don't know if I'm actually going to get it finished by the end of the month. It may end up being a October finish, which doesn't bode well for me because I'm trying to do 31 books in 31 days in October and I want to only finish books that I've started in October. So what I might have to do is actually swindle this a little bit. If I don't quite get this finished by the end of the month, I will probably wait until the audiobook comes out. I'm fairly certain it's on the 2nd. Finish it off via audio but make it a September read. So have it so that I've finished it in September, like, as far as dates are concerned. I know that that's fucking around a little bit with statistics and I shouldn't probably do that, but alas, it is what it is. My books, my rules. The only other book that I am currently reading for this video is They Own the Night by Amy McCaw. I haven't made a great deal more progress with this. I'm on to page 78. I do need to pick this back up, but I haven't made a great deal more progress with this. I do wish there was an audiobook for these books because I think it would be so good to have audiobooks for Amy's books. I think they could be done very, very well. But I really need to get back to this one as well. It's because I'm trying to juggle multiple physical reads at once. I've really got to stop doing that. So yeah, Love at First Fright and They Own the Night. I really wanted to try and get to Will and Pray before the end of the month as well. But I just don't think it's going to be possible. There's no way I'm going to finish 3 physical reads on top of the reading vlogs that I'm doing as well before the month is up. There's just no fucking way I'm able to do it. If by some miracle I'm able to get through these 2 and I've still got some time, I will get started on Will and Pray, but that's probably going to end up having to be... The thing is, part of me is wondering whether to put this down. Love at First Fright. As much as I'm enjoying it, part of me is wondering whether to put this down and pick up Will and Pray instead. Because right now on Amazon, there is going to be an audiobook for this. but it doesn't look like there's going to be one for this. So part of me's thinking that I should probably prioritise this, because this comes out on the 7th of, I think, of October. I should probably prioritise this because there will be an audiobook for this on the 2nd of October. So I could, if I put it down now, I'm only 10% in. I have no qualms with then it being an October read. Whereas if I get like 50 odd % of the way through this by October, I'm gonna be so mad. I haven't decided what to do, and I probably should have made that decision before I came on here to give you an update. I haven't decided what to do. Maybe I'll go down and read a chapter of this and then make a decision on that. But yeah. The thing is, I thought Love at First Fright was like 250 pages, and it's not. It's like 370. So it's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. This one is just over 315 pages. So maybe, and this is a contemporary as well, which would be nice then with They Own the Night, and I'm about to start a witchy reading vlog as well on top. So the contemporary would be really nice aside from the paranormal. So maybe that's what I might do. I'm going to go down, read the first chapter of this and see what happens, and then make a decision, and I'll come back and give you an update at some point. I don't know when, but at some point. I've just gone through that whole synopsis for Love at First Fright and now made a decision that maybe I won't even finish that in this video. It is what it is. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. Maybe this video will just bleed into October ever so slightly, and then I will start a new ARC vlog after Love at First Fright has come out. Maybe I'll do that, so it will be finished in this video. It's just that we will be into October ever so slightly. Let's do that, shall we? Let's at least finish this in this video, even if that's on the 2nd of October. Anyway, I'm going to go so I can get some reading done, but I'll check back in with you and have an update for you. Okay. I've made a decision on a book. I've made the decision to continue on with Will in Prey by Ali Oleander. I am on page 24, chapter 3. I've read 2 chapters. This book pulls no punches. We have gone straight into the action in this book, and it is outstanding. I'm obsessed. Obsessed, let me tell you. If this book isn't going to be 5 stars, I am going to be shooketh to my core. The synopsis for this book, let me check if there is one. There is. Okay, anything goes in the woods. Drowning in student loan debt, Claire Collins is about to be made an offer she can't refuse. Spend 30 days indulging corporate lawyer Shane Underwood's primal desires in exchange for $30,000. All she has to do is give him the hunt of his life. Claire's perfectly happy to swap her boring summer-serving job for wild, kinky sex, but once they cross the tree line, she realises how little she knows about the man paying her to be his prey. Shane is different in the woods. Brutal, devastating, feral. That's okay with Claire. She is too, and she's sinking her teeth a little deeper into Shane's heart every time he catches her. Listen, Ali's pulling no punches with this book, I swear. We go straight. I thought we were going to get like an introduction into Claire, maybe a chapter introducing Shane, and then they meet, and then this deal happens. No. We go straight into chapter 1 with Claire arriving at Shane's house, and the deal's already been done. Like, she has already agreed to do this. She's having a chat with Margot, his PA, if you like, and having a discussion about the contract and everything that's going to happen and how it works and all of this lot. She's given a watch that will be how he summons her. This book is so fucking funny, like really fucking funny. And I'm tabbing stuff because it's that fucking funny. So Margot ends up asking Claire, like, why are you doing this? And she's going on about the fact that, like, she's got debt she needs to pay off. And there isn't a job that's going to pay her 30 grand in 30 days like this job will. And she says, I usually wait tables every summer and the money's not great. Besides, I enjoy more primal intimacy. I repeat her phrasing, trying to be discreet. It feels pointless. We both know she just strapped a countdown to Fucktown on my wrist. I love the writing in here. And then there's something in the contract that goes on about the fact that, like, Shane isn't going to visit in that, like, will not visit the bedroom to have sex with her. It will literally be outside. Like, the sex will only happen outside when he's, like, you know, they do the hunt and everything. And she gets out of the shower and he's, like, in the room. And she's confused as to why. But she said, Margot said you don't spend much time with prey outside of the woods. I don't, he says. But I decided to sample what I'll be hunting. It'll make the chase more enjoyable. Sir, this is not a Costco. Stop. Why is this so funny? This is very hot. Very, very hot. There has been a situation where she's already done the whole, like, make me. She's thinking that this is going to be like a trap, like him being in the room and being like, I'm here to sample the goods before we have our first chase. She's like, this is going to be a trap, because he's had 2 women before her, and for reasons neither of them are still with him. They didn't make it to their 30 days, and she's like, this is going to be a trap. So we've already had a make me, and the chase is on. Like, chapter 2, chase is on. We are not fucking around. So I'm about to get into chapter 3, where the chase has happened, and we're about to find out what's going on next. My intention, I put like a 50-10 Pomodoro sprint on the TV, thinking, okay, I'll do like 50 minutes in this book, and then I'm supposed to be going to my witchy vlog, which I think is up before this one, and starting Uncharmed, and I was like, okay, I'll read that for the rest of the time before Andy gets home. Oh, no. Don't be silly. We won't be doing that. It's 6:10. Andy probably won't be home until about 8 o'clock. So I have a couple of hours, and my intention is to read some more of this. I will probably try and read some more of this till maybe like for 1 more hour, maybe 7:10-ish, and then I'll go into Uncharmed just to make a dent in it. But oh wow, I am loving this already. And like I said, I've already started. I wasn't intending on tabbing this, but I've had to go and get some tabs. My intention was to just read it on the Kindle, because I have it on both my Kindle and a physical copy. But holy shit, this book's going to be a ride. This was a great shout, and I think this could be a quick one. If I can find the time to sit down and smash a couple of hours into this, I think this could be a really quick read for me. Kind of wish that I'd made the decision to pick this up earlier today, because I might have been able to smash through it today. Which is a real shame that I didn't do that, but it is what it is. I just kind of want to spend the rest of the evening reading this, I'm not going to lie. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Andy is at work tomorrow, so maybe what I can do, I am also at work tomorrow, but maybe what I can do is get up first thing in the morning. Maybe I'll just continue reading this until he gets home, and then get up first thing in the morning and do Uncharmed for a few hours before I go to work, unless I'm like in the mood to physically read, because I'm going to do Uncharmed audio. And then when I get home, I'll have a handful of hours when I get home then to do some more reading, which is great. So I potentially could have this finished tomorrow, but maybe I'm over-egging myself. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. I desperately needed to let you know that this is fucking hilarious. I'm also like super into it straight away. I was really, the fact that we don't fuck around meeting these people straight off, like we're in it, we're in the action of it, we're in the depths of this deal, and we're going to meet them and be introduced to them as we go. Like, I am already into this. I'm already got the hots for Shane. We've not even got a chapter from him, and I'm assuming we're going to, because the chapters start off with like chapter 3, Claire. So I'm assuming we're going to get chapters from him. I've already got the hots for him. I don't know what to tell you. And she's like 6 foot as well, which I'm also here for. Like, tall girl, let's do this. Let's go. I'm going so I can carry on reading. This is so fucking good. I'm obsessed. Okay, hello. It has been some time. I came to you on the 23rd. It is now it's the 26th. It's not too bad. It's 3 days later. I don't know why I made out like that was weeks on end. It's not. It's been a couple of days. Came to you on the 23rd telling you that I was going to be reading this. And I finished it on the 24th. I binged this book. Like, absolutely binged it. I think I got to around like I don't know what page I got to before Andy got home, and then I continued it on in bed for a little bit longer, and I was like 200 odd pages in by the time I put this down on, what day was Tuesday night, 200 odd pages in. I was like 81% in, I think, and I had like, I don't know how many pages I had left, to be perfectly honest, but it might have been like 50 or 70 pages left, and then I finished it on Wednesday. This, Will and Pray, Ali Oleander. She knows her stuff. Apparently, this started out as a novella, and then it was picked up by Evermore and published into a full-length novel. Amazing. Amazing. And I fucking love this. This was fantastic. I've given it 5 stars. It's my first 5-star read all of September. It's been ages since I had a 5-star read, actually. It was Shield of Sparrow at the end of August, and it's felt like ages. That's probably super dramatic of me, but it's felt like ages. This was so fucking good. I loved our female character, Claire. I thought she was so funny. Really, really funny, actually, first and foremost, but I actually thought she was, like, such a badass as well. I just loved her. I thought she was fantastic. Shane, amazing male main character. I loved that we got alternate chapters in here as well, which, again, I've mentioned this like twice at least, if not 3 times in this vlog, but I love it when we get alternate chapters between the FMC and the MMC, or just alternate chapters between the main characters in general, whether they're MMC and MMC, FMC and FMC, whatever the combination is. I love it, but this was done so well. The atmosphere of this, because it is set in such a way that she has to run through the woods. Basically the plot of this is like $30,000, sorry, for 30 days being this man's prey. You have to run through the woods until he catches you, and then he fucks you, and that is it. And that is the plot of the story. There's literally nothing else to tell you. The atmosphere of this, because his house is kind of like out of town, it's on its own plot of land, and by own plot of land I mean a big fucking massive plot of land. At the back of his house there's an entire forest, and it felt very isolated when they were running through the woods. It felt very isolated, like the whole thing was really isolating. I did wonder at some point if they might come across somebody like mooching through the woods or somebody camping, but no, because he owns the land with his siblings, there's nobody can wander through. It's private land. So it was very isolating. It was really well done, and I really enjoyed the atmosphere in this. Loved the characters, and honestly, if Ali doesn't do a book for Margot and Kane, I think I'll be severely disappointed. In all honesty, surely they've got to be the next couple of characters to get a book from Ali, surely. Their tension added to the tension of Claire and Shane was incredible, and I desperately want a book from them. Desperately. Like, something's got to have happened there for sure, and if not, it's got to be happening soon. So yeah, loved the intrigue in this. I will say there was a point at which I think it was Shane's first chapter was... Okay, yeah, so in chapter 4, I actually made, like, quite a heavy comment at the top of chapter 4. Something's revealed to us from Shane's POV, and I didn't see it coming, and I wondered whether or not that would severely affect... Once you get to chapter 4, you'll know what I mean, but I wondered whether or not it would severely affect my enjoyment of this book, and it didn't. I was worried that it could, but it didn't, and I'm so glad about that. But overall, just absolutely loved this. It was fantastic. It wasn't as like bizarre as I thought it was going to be. I definitely thought like the first chapter was going to be, or the first couple of chapters were going to be an introduction to Claire and Shane as people, and then them having maybe the meet cute of how they ended up coming up with this deal. Maybe he does an advertisement on the internet or something, and she's like, that sounds fun, let's go. There was none of that fucking around. We get straight in with the first chapter of Claire turning up at Shane's house. She's already in the deal, she's signed the contract, she knows exactly what she's getting herself into. There is no dicking around. You find out exactly how this has come to fruition throughout the chapters as while you're reading the book, and it's done very well, and I just really, really enjoyed it. I love that Ali got straight into the core of the book. There wasn't any fannying about at the beginning of the book. Sometimes I can find it a little bit, you know, when you get the introduction to the characters and then you see the meet cute and how it happened, and especially in a situation as weird as this, I feel like it wouldn't work well there. So I think Ali's done a great job of getting straight into the crux of this book and exactly what's going on. And I just fucking loved it. This was so good. Didn't anticipate actually getting through this in the space of not quite 24 hours, maybe like 27 hours, but it was so good. I just couldn't put it down once I got started. It was fantastic. So I have read that one, given it 5 stars. I've got through another chapter, just another one more chapter. I'm 12% now into Love at First Fright. And I haven't made any more progress on They Own the Night. I'm still on page 78. I've edited the video up until this point, and I can't believe that like I'm at the same point of this book as I was when I introduced it to the vlog. So a couple of things are going to happen here now. I think I'm going to carry on with, what am I going to do? I either stop with both of these books, this one and Love at First Fright, and I continue to let Love at First Fright be in this vlog, but it will count as like one of my first reads for October because I'll listen to the audiobook on the 2nd. And then this I will no longer include in this vlog, and I will just let it be an October read because I'm only 78 pages in. I'll just continue reading it throughout October and it will be an October read. I've got to be careful, you see, because I'm now doing, at the beginning of this vlog I had no idea it was going to be a thing, but I'm now doing 31 books in 31 days in October, and I feel like I can't be too far into a book before I can allow it to count for October. Does that make any sense? So I feel like at this point it's alright. Same with Love at First Fright, but if I get any further with either of them, I feel like I'm starting to take the piss to count them towards October reads. So I've got to be careful what I'm doing. So I feel like carry on with Love at First Fright, read it when the audiobook comes out, and wrap this vlog up with that book. And just let this carry on into October. You'll get my full thoughts on it in a vlog somewhere in October. Or I tools down on Love at First Fright and try and make my way through this before the end of the month. Now, it is the 26th of September. I'm going out this evening. I'm at a point where I'm going to have to start getting ready soon. I am going out this evening, so there's going to be no reading done this evening. Tomorrow, I may get the opportunity in the morning. I think we're nipping out, going and seeing my brother and the kids. In the afternoon, Andy's nipping out with a friend, so I could get the opportunity to do a little bit of reading tomorrow, but I don't know how much. Sunday, potentially some reading in the morning. My parents are coming round for tea in the afternoon, and then there's Monday and Tuesday left of the month. Monday, I will be focusing on Uncharmed for the witchy vlog that I'm going to do. I will be reading that, and then Tuesday I'm at work. So there's potential for me to get through this, but I don't know if it's going to be possible because I just don't know if I've got the time to like really sit down and focus on it. So I just don't know what to do about this situation. Maybe I accept defeat on this one and just do Love at First Fright audio once it's come out. It comes out on the 2nd. My apologies if you can keep hearing that. For some reason, my emails have been popping off today. Everybody's keen on a Friday email, I tell you. And what was I saying? Yeah, so then I just concentrate on the audiobook for Love at First Fright. It comes out on the 2nd, which is... What day is the 2nd? The Thursday. I will be at work then. I don't know, because the other thing is I could just carry on trying to read it over the next few days, see how far I get, and then maybe finish it off with the audio. But then it's in October, you know? I still want to get it finished. Maybe I'll just carry on reading it, see how far I get, and make a decision on what to do with these books at that point. This one is probably going to go into October and be an October read. I will probably try and get through, focus on Love at First Fright and try and get through that in this vlog without the audiobook. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. All of these clips have been incredibly long, and I apologise. It's because I'm decision making while I'm chatting to you. So this 5 stars. I'm going to now finish off the vlog concentrating on Love at First Fright and see how far we can get. We're going out at 5:30. Well, Andy's going picking up our friends at 5:30 and it's currently 4:10 and I've already done my hair. I've just got my makeup to do and get dressed. So I don't have too much more to do to get ready. That'll probably take me like 15-20 minutes to do because I've already done my hair. So I could probably try and fit in like an hour's reading now, see how far I can get in Love at First Fright. So I think I'm going to do that. If you're interested in my thoughts on this, just keep your eyes peeled on October reading vlogs. It will probably crop up in there. Again, I don't think I'm going to actually do an ARC vlog like this in October, because I'll probably end up reading my arcs throughout the vlogs in October because I'm trying to do 31 books in 31 days. So any that have audiobooks that will have come out, I will do the audiobooks for, and any that don't, I will be trying to physically read. Again, like 1814 I wanted to do in this vlog, but I've put it on my horror bingo board, which starts on the 1st of October. So I can't read that until October in order for it to count for horror bingo. Caught myself out in a catch-22 there. So yeah, this one, we're vetoing on this vlog. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just not making the time to pick it up, and I'll do it in October instead. And then Love at First Fright I'm going to focus on now, so that's going to be my next read for this video and my last read for this video as well. So I'll have done 4 in this video. I was hoping to have done more, but it just goes to show how much I can struggle with physically reading. But I've managed to get through 4 arcs, which is great. I don't think if I was doing this vlog I would have been able to manage that many, so I've not done as many as I hoped, but I've done more than realistically I probably would have thought I'd have done, so that's good. So I'm going to go because this has been another incredibly long update, and I'll check back on with you and have another update for Love at First Fright. Okay, hello. Some time has passed. It's currently the 5th of October, and I'm here to wrap this vlog up. Essentially, I have one last update to give you on one of the books, but I've done pretty well, I think, to get through this vlog. I haven't got through as many as I'd hoped I would do with this video, but I have managed to get through quite a few arcs, which I'm really happy about. So which ones did we do? Sweets and Sycamore we did by Ariane Nix, and I gave that one 4.5 stars. Then I read Will and Pray, which I gave 5 stars. Really loved that one. Mourner for Hire also got 4.5 stars. And then the last one I was picking up is Love at First Fright by Nadia Al-Fassi. And my update on this is actually a sad one, and I'm really gutted about it. I think this is a right place, right time type of book, and right now is not the right time. I'm 85 pages into this one. I just picked it up again to get started again. I was on page 69, so I've not even made it 20 pages in. And I'm sadly putting this one down. I don't think this is a full DNF. I think this is going to be a soft DNF for now. I really loved Best Hex Ever. Now, I know it's not been everybody's favourite book, but I really enjoyed Best Hex Ever. This one, unfortunately, is not hitting the same right now, and I'm wondering if it's me. There are a few reviews on there that didn't love this. So on Goodreads, that is. On there. Where? On Goodreads. But I think I was expecting this to be more of a cozy, slow burn type story. Maybe even kind of closed door, maybe not too spicy, but I think this is going to get kind of spicy pretty quickly. I'm not sure. It does say cozy and spicy paranormal romance, so I'm lying. I wasn't expecting closed door. I was probably expecting the same amount of spice as Best Hex Ever, but I think this could end up being spicier than Best Hex Ever. And I think that it's going to turn into, this is an age gap romance. He's like 10 years older than her. And I think that this could turn into like a dom sub situation pretty quickly that I wasn't expecting. And I think I need to sit with that in my thoughts for a little while before I come back to this book. And I think I need to be in the mood for it. I wanted like cozy, paranormal type story, and I just don't know if I'm in the mood for cozy, spicy dom sub type story. I don't know if that's what I'm in the mood for. So I think for now I'm going to soft DNF this one. There's a possibility I could get to it by the end of October and come back round to it if I'm in the mood to do so, but unfortunately for the time being I'm actually soft DNFing this one. So I know that's weird, and I know that leaves this unfulfilled within this vlog. When I do come back to it and make a full decision on what to do with this, I will let you know. But yeah, for now, it's being a soft DNF. I didn't expect that at all. I loved Best Hex Ever, so I expected to love this one. And I was really enjoying the beginning of this when it was starting off with Rosemary having conversations with Dana and their other best friend, and having that element of having Dana and Scott back in the picture again. I was enjoying it more so then. We are now on location for Rosemary's horror movie, and Ellis has obviously joined in on the story now. I don't know if maybe it's the audiobook as well. I don't know if I'm loving the audiobook. I have gotten the audiobook to help get me through this, but I don't know if I'm loving it. So maybe I need to go back to physically reading this. I don't know. I feel like the guy that is narrating Ellis is a little bit stiff, and maybe he's supposed to be, but then I don't find that sexy at all. So I'm then struggling to root for this romance that appears to be a little bit more insta-love than I was hoping for. So alas, I am soft DNF in this one. So that is 4 arcs within this vlog that I did start mid-September and I'm finishing early October. I'm glad that I've managed to get through those arcs. I have managed to kind of not get back on top of things so much, but I have managed to get through a couple of arcs that were upcoming. I'm now currently reading 8114 by Joshua Hull in my current reading vlog, which is the first vlog of October. So I am trying to stay on track. That doesn't come out till the 9th and it is the 5th, and I'm hoping to have that finished today or tomorrow. So yeah, progress is being made on my arcs, but I am finally back to physically reading, which was the main goal of this vlog, was to help me get back to physically reading and try and help me get back on track with my arcs. I have fallen behind with some, but I can always go back to those. But I want to try and once I get to a point where I don't have any arcs left, I want to then be able to go back to those. But for now, I'm just trying to keep on top of the arcs I've got coming up. So that is my goal for the time being. Unfortunately, this one is going to get a soft DNF rating until I then go back to it, just so that I've at least cleared it on NetGalley. But yeah, that is going to be my plan. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below. Have you read any of these books or any of them on your radar? They definitely should be. All of them, I would say. But just go into this one knowing that it is a little bit insta-lovey. I think it is going to be pretty spicy. So just go into it knowing that when you're picking it up. I didn't know that that was going to be the case. I know it does say cozy, spicy, paranormal romance. But I wasn't expecting it to be like insta-lovey, and I wasn't expecting the dom sub vibes that I'm getting from it already. So I'm just not in the right headspace for that right now. I feel like I need to be in the mood for insta-lovey books. I don't mind them, I don't hate them, but I need to be in the mood for them. And right now, if I'm picking up a romance, I'm in the mood for slow burn. So I think it's just that I'm in the mood for horrors, thrillers, and those types of books right now. And I think if I am going to be picking a romance up, it's going to be like tourist season, where they're serial killers. Do you know what I mean? So it's the type of romance I'm in the mood for right now. So I think that's what I'm going to end up focusing on, is my horrors, thrillers, and then the like dark romance is probably what I'm going to end up focusing on. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Again, chat to me in the comments down below. Let me know if you're planning on picking any of these up. I would highly recommend them. That's for damn sure. I had a great time reading these books. I am sad about Love at First Fright, but it is what it is. And I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.